A blissful day to each and everyone. I am Warren M. Degollado, and today I am going to report about the Philippine Theater as we know it today. After the Japanese occupation, the Philippine Theater has evolved to become an amalgamation of the various influences such as the zarzuela. By the way, zarzuela is a form of Spanish or Spanish-derived musical theater in which the dramatic action is carried through an alternating combination of song and speech, and it is also accompanied by dance. During my high school days, I already experienced performing zarzuela, and the title of our zarzuela is The Legend of Powell Lake, and my character there was being a father. Second is comedia. Comedia is a Spanish regular verse, drama, or comedy. During my father's time, they already experienced watching comedia, wherein the performers are entertaining them, wherein they make them laugh. Third is the vaudeville. Vaudeville was a stage presentation featuring various forms like musical, comedy, magic acts, skits, monologues, acrobatics, and among others is the Western classics. Theater was largely performed in English during the time as it became a large part of classroom education. Meanwhile, zarzuelas such as Angkiri, Dalagang Bukid, and Paglipis ng Dilim became well known beyond our region. By the year 1950s, theater had moved out of classrooms and the concept of paying for a ticket to see a theatrical performance emerged. As a youth nowadays, we already experience watching theatrical performances, and one of those groups that I watched before was the Philippine Stagers Foundation. This legitimate theater was held in closed theaters. These became events in themselves, not even themselves, but we also as youth, not just mere parts of a celebration, but also a religious ritual. During this time, playwrights such as Severino Montano, Wilfredo Maguerero, and Alberto Esclarentino honed their crafts and contributed to the development of performing arts here in the Philippines. But during this time of pandemic, we can no longer watch theatrical performances, but special thanks to the developers of performing arts here in the Philippines because we can still watch theatrical performances through online. Through the years, Philippine theater groups have staged numerous plays in both English and Filipino, be it written by a Western or local playwright. Spanish culture and traditions largely influence performing arts here in the Philippines, but the contemporary style is borrowed from the Americans. Classic shows such as The West Side Story and The Sound of Music made waves in recent years when it took the local stage. Going back to what I have said a while ago, the Philippine theater groups have staged numerous plays in both English and Filipino. One example of it was the Philippine Theater Foundation because they focused on the happenings here in the Philippines. And I can also give an example of theatrical performance here in Ilocos Norte. One example is the Biag ni Lamang. And today, I'm still looking forward for the future performances of the theatrical performers so that they're gonna able to preserve our culture as Filipino.